In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Peace and blessings be upon the seal of the prophets and upon his family and all his companions. Peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah be upon you. Once again, the United States has stated that this is an internal matter between Pakistan and India, and that Pakistan and India resolve this issue themselves. In other words, the United States is not willing to step in to mediate peace between Pakistan and India. It has become clear that there could be two aspects to this, which we can speculate on and consider as possible reasons. The first aspect is that India may not yet have achieved the objectives it wants to accomplish, and the United States wants to give India more time. After that, it may step in. But the United States should also keep in mind that it is no longer the only bully in the neighborhood. Another tough player has entered the alley, and his name is China the Brave, who these days is our brother. All right, so you need to keep this in mind. That's one aspect. But the other aspect, which I especially want to draw your attention to, is that if you look closely at the war so far, the greatest loss has been suffered by Europe. As for Russia, well, this keeps happening to them anyway. I mean, look, we shot down a Rafale. They say we shot down 3. They say only one of theirs was down. But the fact is one was shot down. Since the Rafale aircraft was developed, deployed, and started flying, all right, I think about 24 countries operated. Since then, no one had ever shot one down. Let it be on record that Pakistan shot down 3 Rafales. Modi used to say, if we had Rafales, then I'd see. Rafale was made out to be a big deal, and India claimed that it had gained superiority over Pakistan because of it. So what did Pakistan do? It achieved air superiority. All right. Now keep in mind that Pakistan cannot use its F-16 aircraft for attacks facing the eastern border or towards the eastern frontier. When Pakistan received these F-16 aircraft in 1982, they were given to fight against Russia, and it was written and agreed upon at the time. The people involved didn't really care, but this mistake didn't turn out badly for us, Now, this aircraft is becoming a big deal. All right. You might say it was used in Balakot. It can be used for defense against attacks coming from the east. But if the situation ever arises where there's a need to enter India, then the JF Thunder will go. And thus, but there's no need to go at all. The original range of the 15 is 150 kilometers, which the Indians are making a big deal about. But brother, there's an E attached to it, extended. In the extended version, China has given it a range of not 3 or 3.5, but 400 kilometers. We're sitting inside our own borders, and if we act, we'll do so from within our own territory. Now just imagine, for the first time, the downing of a Rafale became news in the world's media. We didn't say we shot it down. Well, the world confirmed it. We said we shot down 3. The world said no, but the French company and its intelligence agency reported that yes, they have information about 1 being downed. So who got hit? European, French technology. Now, whoever wants to buy Rafale will ask, who shot it down? It was shot down by the JF Thunder. JF Thunder, that's right. Now, India can't buy the JF Thunder, so what will it get? This will create a vacuum for America to step in, right? Drones have been shot down. Yes. Which drones? Russian-made, Israeli-made drones have been shot down. Their market is gone too. America will offer its expensive drone, which I think costs $400 or $600 million each. This is the same drone that America used in Afghanistan, and we used to say, brother, give it to us, we'll shoot it down. Even in Pakistan's border areas, these American drones have been shot down a lot. Well, these are the same drones, and America will get a chance to sell its expensive equipment. That's why America wants the Russian and European technology that India is using to be thoroughly exposed. Now, look, we haven't even replied yet. There's a place inside India near Sialkot, which is called Shagwal Dagger, meaning it juts into India like a dagger and is connected to Pakistan. That place, India occupied the area above Shagwal. Our Rangers are stationed there. In times of peace, it's the Rangers who are deployed. So India increased the pressure. Keep in mind, there are 4 Pakistani villages in Shagwal, each with thousands of residents, and none of them left their homes. The Rangers confronted the Indians, and when the Rangers made the regular Indian army run, then, our brave Rangers really put them in their place, made them look foolish, and at this moment, The feet of the Pakistani army are on Indian soil and India is in retreat. Right now, China has also taken a lot, almost the area of Azad Kashmir, about 1,320 square kilometers. China has occupied more than 1,400 square kilometers of Indian territory, and even Modi himself said that not a single Chinese soldier is on Indian soil, meaning he has accepted giving that territory to China. So, even if a little bit is lost, it's a big deal for them, a very big deal. In the same way, the Pakistani army destroyed their outposts. Despite this, I want to point out, because obviously those who have captured territory have privately acknowledged it, or Indians themselves have uploaded videos of their outposts burning and their people being killed. There has been no mention of this from the Pakistan Army's side. You will only hear about it when, after the ceasefire, everyone sits at the negotiating table. Then you'll find out exactly where you crossed the LOC and where you raised Pakistan's flag on enemy outposts. If you don't want to accept this, don't, but it has already happened. Besides this, India will have to accept a lot more. At first, they said not a single aircraft was shot down. But when French intelligence confirmed it and CNN reported the news, you can check the American link, CNN reported and confirmed that a Rafale was shot down. After that, they started to admit it. Then Indian media admitted that not one, but 3 aircraft were downed. Then one of their retired Air Force officers said that explosions were heard in 2 places in Kashmir, and Air Force officials reached both locations. This means that the damage there was to the Indian Air Force. So this means that some aircraft were indeed shot down there. But he didn't say this. I am saying it. He said that in 2 places, one in Srinagar and another location, there were blasts and some fires broke out, and Indian Air Force officers and personnel were found there. We're not saying this. Various people from within India are tweeting about it, and these are not fake accounts. These are their genuine accounts from which they are posting. So when you have gained such an advantage, you should just sit back and relax, right? Now, the world is saying that the biggest dogfight of recent times happened that night, when aircraft faced off against each other. In the past, during Alam's era, dogfights happened with guns mounted on planes. But now, since there are missiles beyond visual range, and in beyond visual range, if you add the feature called fire and then forget about it, right? There are 2 types within this. Beyond visual range. One is when the target is beyond your line of sight, but your radar tells you that, sir, you can't see it, but it's this many kilometers away and within your range. There are 2 ways to engage such a target. One is fire and forget. You fire, then forget about it. The missile finds its target and hits it. The second method is something Pakistan possesses, and Pakistan has taken it to a very advanced level. In this method, there's a camera mounted on the missile, and when it's fired, the pilot in front keeps flying the plane, while the person in the back controls the missile. He guides the missile, maneuvering it to avoid enemy fire, and then it strikes the target from within. Now, Pakistan is at such an advantage, and at this time, Iran's attempt at brokering a compromise has failed. Iran has recovered its money and made a couple of new deals with India. Now, Saudi Arabia has become active, and the designated Saudi official, after visiting India, is currently in Islamabad, busy with various activities. He is being briefed on different positions, what we intend to do, whether we'll do this or that. After that, there will be talk of reconciliation as well. This is what they're being told. At this moment, Saudi Arabia has significant influence over Pakistan. Saudi Arabia also looks at India with a very critical eye. We are trying to explain to them that your flag was laid on the ground yesterday, and on top of it, the RSS and Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh people, the zombies, marched over it. So even if you don't care about your flag, at least have some respect for our creed. All right, thank you for that. So we are trying to make them understand this. We're saying, come here, let's give them a thrashing. If you've read Asif Munir Sahib's behavioral profile, there should be no doubt that he won't take down just 1 for 1. He'll take down 3 for 1. And so far, we have only defended ourselves. We haven't gone on the offensive yet. We were only in defensive mode. We certainly stopped those who came our way. That's what defense is. That's all for now. I'll be back in the next blog. May Allah the Almighty grant you ease, and may He grant you the ability to spread ease among His creation.